All week, we have been sharing stories with you, highlighting the courageous men and women who signed up for one of the toughest jobs of all, to protect and serve our country.
Tonight, News Center Maine's Samantha York introduces us to Wayne Johnston, who has spent years coming to terms with what he went through.
I joined the Navy to see the world.
Wayne Johnston was just 18 years old when he joined the United States Navy. At 19, he received his first set of official orders.
We're standing in ranks. And he goes, Johnston, Wayne, destination, Vietnam.
It was a war that divided the nation and would claim tens of thousands of American lives. Spanning 2 decades, the Vietnam War, in short, was a battle between the communist government of North Vietnam and their allies, the Viet Cong, and South Vietnam and their allies, the United States.
Training consists of 5 weeks. The very last day, we were put into a POW camp. They treated us like you would not believe. And they're putting us through this training on what can happen if you got captured over there.
Wayne would be stationed in Da Nang, right outside what was known as the DMZ, the Demilitarized Zone, marking the border between the North and the South. He hadn't even been there a month when he got his first taste of war.
When I first took my income, which was up by the DMZ, was March 15th, 5:45 in the morning.
What does that mean?
It's like a mortar or a rocket that came in, and it hit just outside of the mess hall. Nobody got killed.
Johnston would spend the next 12 months in the naval support activity. His job was to maintain the base's staging area, which housed everything from lumber to military tanks, as well as tend to the base's chief commanders. His comrades wanted him to stay longer, but Wayne says he'd seen enough.
I said, no, guys. I said, I'm out of here. I'm going back home.
A decision that still haunts him.
Knowing I left my comrades, and then there's times when I wish I had stayed.
Why?
Because I left them behind. And the other thing is the way we were treated when we came home.
Johnston received no welcome home, no thank you for your service. Instead, he and others who served during that time were essentially treated like outcasts.
Not fun. I had a college fella said, I'm glad it was you and not me. I wanted to co-conk him.
More than 50 years later, Wayne still carries the weight of war. He's been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder and says flashbacks happen out of the blue. But last year, Wayne decided it was time to replace those memories with new ones. It was time to go back to Vietnam.
I knew I had to go back. This is Dave. He's eating Vietnamese soup.
Joined by a close friend, Wayne would spend the next several days getting reacquainted with the place that changed his life forever.
When we started to walk, I turned around, looked at my backside, looked over to my left, looked over to my right, and I looked up, and I said, this is over. I don't have to do this anymore.
His old base had been barricaded, but Johnston says that's okay. The trip gave him exactly what he was looking for without it: closure.
It helped going back, but I still have my days, Sam.
But going back definitely made a difference.
It did.
Were you hoping that it would?
Yes. Yeah. It either helped me or it won't, but it did.